What is going on, everybody? It is Sean, or the Armchair Coach, and we are on College Football 27 today, and we are trying out the Road to Glory mode. And we're actually trying it out for the second time. I was just recording the video, and I looked over at my OBS and realized that my mic had somehow muted itself in the middle of the recording. So we missed basically an entire game and a half of footage because I was literally just muted. Maybe some of you are happy about that. I sure am not. So we have to restart from scratch, which is all right. We'll get our settings set up here real quick, and then we will get going. So you might be wondering, who are we going to be controlling today? And if you are familiar with my very first video that I uploaded, you will know about the NASA University Cosmonauts. And the NASA University Cosmonauts had a quarterback at the helm at the very end of the series I played with them named Kris Hickock, who was bound to be the most talented and generational quarterback prospect we had ever seen. Unfortunately, we had stopped playing the game around the time he was at the helm, and so we had finished our last season with him throwing for 62 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. So today I figure, why not let him have the career that he was destined to have at NASA, and let's see what happens. So we are going to be playing a 5-star recruit today because that's what he was, and he also played some quarterback. So we now will see the player info. Okay, so I said the first time I was recording this, if the generated name that it comes up with every time is Peppo Mueller, that's insane, and it looks like it is because here's Peppo Mueller again. Maybe it's different for different positions, I don't know, but the fact that it's Peppo Mueller is crazy. But give me just a moment. I'm going to go ahead and change him over to look like what Mr. Kris Hickock looked like, and I will reconvene with you after we are complete. So we have Kris Hickock now in the game. So this is about what he was wearing, or what I can remember him wearing from our old dynasty. We've got his proper styles in the game, and we've given him, I think, some pretty decent quarterback swag. I don't know. I'm not tuned into the drip game too much, but we are ready to move on. And now this is one of the new things that we get to pick from. So we have to set his height and weight. So he was 6'6", 211, but the thinnest we can make him in this game is 215. And we get 2 body types to pick from, and it makes it makes some difference, but we're gonna go with a standard physique. If we went with thin, somehow he would be stronger, I guess, because he could throw if he was thinner, I guess he'd be stronger and could throw the ball better. I don't know how that works, but we're going to go with standard, and we are now going to set his points. As you can see, as a 5, or as, I don't know if it's just for the 5 stars or not. Regardless, we have 2,200 points, 2,250 to be exact, of points to spend. And the way I had distributed it last time was for us to be a pocket passer. We are maxing out all of our throw stats. We definitely want to have like all of our accuracies maxed out. We want to be able to throw under pressure. We set that, I think, at 90. We also had play action up there pretty high. And then we have a lot of other things that we ended up setting. So I think we went with that. 70. We ended up wanting to get his speed maxed out. I mean, he's a pocket passer quarterback, so obviously he's not going to be making much, or he's not going to be making many people miss at all. Obviously, we want his strength stats maxed out here. Have him be able to throw up. He doesn't need to be able to juke anybody per se. So, I mean, we definitely have, like, we can definitely, no, we definitely want to, I would rather have his play action be a lot higher. It's getting his carry up, so maybe he doesn't fumble every time he carries the ball. Have him be able to get out of a sack a little bit more often would be pretty great. Get his change of direction up a little bit. Maybe get his spin move and his juke move up a little bit more. Make him a little bit nimble for a QB. All right, so we've got his things set here. Oh, hold on. I would, I think, rather be able to get all of these up. So that's what we're gonna have. Fine if he's like slightly less agile. That's perfect. I want him to still be able to do some juking. So that is what our quarterback is going to look like. As you can see, he has the potential to be a 99 overall, but it truly depends on how we end up playing. We also now get to pick some mental abilities, and I believe the three we went with, we went with Headstrong, which helps us with hot routes at away stadiums. We went with Clear-Headed to keep us from losing composure, and we also went with, I think we went with Adrenaline, which will help us recover wear and tear, which I think when we're taking a bunch of hits, that'll definitely help us out. So taking a look now at our prospect report, we can see our strengths and weaknesses over here on the right side of the screen. So it says we are great at the play action, we have a great deep ball, and we are really accurate in the short game, but we are not very fast, not very good at spinning, and we are not able to make people miss, which that's fine because, like I said, we are a pocket passer. We are trying to make plays from the pocket. We are going to start as a very highly touted recruit. Looks like we are looking at 12 in the country, number 1 in the state, and number 1 at our position. So we now get to choose who we want to be on our top 10. I'm sad that our coach has named something different. It would have been great. Our coach in the first our coach in the first recording was named Nick Leckerkirker, which, if you've played this game enough, you know what that name is spelled like, and it was just crazy to see first thing when you load into a Road to Glory. But Coach Preston Webb is telling us that it's now time to set our top 10, and so we will do just that. So taking a look at the top 10 board here, we have full control over what we want to, or which schools we want to add. Obviously, none of them have any interest in us right now, so we have to play well in order to get some scholarships. Now, thinking about it in terms of Mr. Kris here, he's from the state of Iowa, and small states like Iowa and West Virginia, where I hail from, when we don't have professional sports teams in our state, so we really latch ourselves onto our college schools. So growing up in Iowa, I'm sure Kris grew up loving Iowa or Iowa State football, maybe a little bit of both. So both of them are going to be the first teams we add to the board here. And then, because he's a highly touted recruit, of course he's going to have an interest then in some big schools. So Oregon, Iowa are definitely going to be on his list. We also are going to absolutely be adding powerhouses from the SEC, maybe a Florida and LSU, Georgia, Alabama, maybe even Ole Miss. We've got a few spots. I know what we did last time with all of our slots, but we also ended up adding Dabo from Clemson. And how many schools do we have left? We've got one. So we've got one spot left. So I'm kind of torn between... We've got USC, I think, might be a good spot. And the other school we ended up picking, I think, last time was... we didn't pick Ole Miss. Ole Miss might be a decent option. Oh, maybe we didn't even think about Notre Dame. You know what? We're going to put Notre Dame on the board. I would love to play for Notre Dame. So we've got our 10 schools on the board here. I think Kris Hickock actually almost went to Notre Dame. I think I remember having a quarterback battle here. And we have to take a look now and see which quarterback rooms might lead us to the most playing time early. And that's how we're going to order it. Because we can order it, as you can see, in kind of whatever way we want. I think right now Clemson gives us our quickest path to playing time. And then Iowa. Iowa State. Actually, no, I think Iowa gives us our fastest path to playing time. Then we maybe have Clemson, Iowa State. I think Oregon's pretty good as far as playing time possibilities. If you look, Dante Moore and Dylan Raiola, but both of them are juniors and projected to probably be draft picks soon. And then we've got Ohio State. They've got essentially 3 years of quarterback play. Florida might be a good option. We might put them in 3rd. Actually, we might put them above, because they definitely are a program that needs a good starting quarterback. So then we have Sam Leavitt, or the LSU with Sam Leavitt. Georgia might be a decent option. I think Alabama's probably going to be pretty low on that list. And then I think Notre Dame could also make an impact here. I think we're going to go with them at 5. So this is how we're going to order the board. We're going to have Iowa at number 1, Florida, Clemson, Iowa State, Notre Dame, Georgia, Oregon, Ohio State, LSU, and Alabama as our top 10. And currently, it's projected that we are... I mean, the only place offering us QB1 privileges right now is... or the only place we're projected to be QB1 right now is Iowa. Everywhere else, we're looking at a QB2 spot, and or a couple of these spots down the board, we're looking at QB4 spots. So we have to see what school fits our needs best. And we are now able to move into the actual season where we now have to start putting some tape on for these scouts, showing what we got. We've moved up to number 7 in the country despite doing absolutely nothing. Coach Webb reaching out again. Those 2 things will give us points towards our tape score. We have no idea what those 2 things are, but those 2 things will improve our tape score. And we are coming up against Iowa City. First game of the season, and now we get to pick what highlights we need to perform. So it looks like they are the same as they were last time, so we went with these 4, and now we can hop right in. Okay. We find ourselves on offense. So we find ourselves on offense now. We have full control of the playbook and a goal to complete. We need to complete a touch and a lob pass, or touch or lob pass, and gain 30 yards passing from the pocket. No time to chat here on first down, and I'm going to have to step up and scramble and get us a first down immediately. But we need to do a couple of things. So having full control of the playbook is almost something I hate. I hate because I want to be able to just go from a diverse selection of plays rather than having to like navigate between each menu. But coach wants us to control it, and we're going to complete a drag route that might go all the way, and it sure will on the second pass from scrimmage. Touchdown Pumas. Kris Hickock checking down, and it pays off big time. So big time pass for us as we put big time points up for our tape score. So on to the next moment now, which is time and place. We have to pass lead successfully to a receiver and complete a pass for 15 plus yards. Just go with, let's start something quick, get ourselves a drive. As we'll throw out to the tight end there. And he is going to, wow, complete the goal for us on the first play from scrimmage. So once again, just a simple check down pass is paying off as our horror first row fans that we always seem to have in games here on the the Armchair Coach channel show up once again here for a high school game. But 2 plays so far and 2 completions, or 2 completions of our goal. So really good start, as we're going to hand off to a running back wearing 93, as if Collins Achimpong wearing 89 as a defensive end couldn't be horrific enough. We now present to you a running back in the number 93. I don't know why that is. Can we use some number logic when we give numbers to these auto-generated players for high school? Maybe EA? As we complete a quick pass there to number 10 and get another first down. Just got to keep the ball moving, keep it flowing. Coming down to the end of this quarter here. And once again, we are just going to throw down to the drag because it's just wide open. They refuse to cover, and I'm going to keep throwing to it until they decide to do something else. Let's go ahead and take a look at some different concepts. Maybe let's go with a cross. You know what? Let's go ahead and hand off. We've been throwing the ball quite a bit. Don't want to put ourselves in harm's way as far as being able to complete our goals, and that was a good choice there as our running back is able to get us a big gain there on the ground. And you know what? Let's go back to the well again here on 1st and goal. We will hand off to Lemons again, and he's got some space, and he is going to score us a touchdown. So big drive once again from the Pumas. Big drive score for us. And we continue on to our next moment, which is in control. So we have to hot route a receiver and complete a pass of 10 yards and no incompletions. So what I figured out about this when I was trying this before is it literally just means we can hot route any receiver, and as long as the pass we complete is then 10 plus yards, it completes the goal. So if I were to say put this guy on the slant, and then we'll do that. And then we'll throw the completion there. Okay, so no, that was 8 yards. But we can do something like that. If in a little bit of a cramped situation now. Oh, that's not what I wanted. We're just going to go ahead and once again move the chains. The other part of this drive is we can't throw it in completion. So we are kind of locked into taking a bunch of really short plays. So maybe, like I said, we can literally send anybody on a hot route and then throw the ball to somebody else. So that's what we're going to be doing on this drive. Isn't this such a cool, fun high school experience? Isn't this like exactly what you would expect the high school experience to be like? Maybe we run some curls, try to get it that way, and send the tight end on a streak. There we go. Okay, so completion goal done. And now it becomes, okay, we got to score on the drive. And somehow not throw another incompletion the entire time. So we're going to hand the ball off. And we're going to let him chew up some yards for us. Because if he can chew up some yards for us, that's less that we have to do. Alright, so 3rd and inches now. Maybe it's time we come back to the well. And a look. Find our running back who's wide open, and he's going to get us a first down. All right. We just got to keep making progress. I mean, I will keep chewing off small chunks like this all day long if it means we get what we need. I would love for something deep to open up, but if we just have to keep taking small chunks like this to score and complete this goal, that's what I'm going to do. I love to take risks down the field just as much as the next guy, but I wanna be able to complete these goals, and in order to do that, especially on Heisman difficulty, we got to play a little bit more safe. As our running back makes a great spin, puts us down within the goal line now. So now we have to take a look. A passing play for a touchdown here might be great. Maybe we can make use of that Texas route again. He was wide open the first time we threw it. Nothing's doing this time. We're gonna scramble. We're gonna push our way in for a touchdown. That's what I like to see. So another big game or another big tape score for us. So now we have to smart route a receiver and score a touchdown on this drive. Big game. We've got to tie it up, and it comes down to this. Essentially, this is for the game. Let's see if we can start out, maybe get a quick RPO going. Oh, that was 4th down? Why did it not tell me that it was 3rd down? Oh my God. I would love for it to tell me, hey, it's 3rd down. Are we so for real? Oh, I'm pissed. I'm pissed about that. Why would they not tell me? Why would they not tell me that it was 3rd down before I step in for that drive? God fucking damn it, EA. You guys do the scummiest shit sometimes. So we get an offer from UTEP. That's great. We get an offer from Charlotte, from Sam Houston. And we move up a little bit after our performance, which could have been even better if I had known that we didn't have time to set anything up, considering the fact that they wanted us to throw something on 3rd down. Coach Dabo's given us some advice. He's got some thoughts about the other schools on our list. I'm gonna thank Coach for his interest in reaching out to me. And we are going to move on to next week now. I'm a little bit disappointed how that game ends. I mean, once again, it'd just be nice to know that I'm walking into a 3rd down situation instead of a 1st down, which it had been for the other 3 situations before that. But it is what it is. We earn an offer from Akron. We earn an offer from FAU, from Georgia State. And we are now #1 in the country all across the board. So, big expectations behind us now. Our classmate Lane is now mogging us and saying absolutely nothing. I guess he's telepathically communicating to us that he wants us to study with him for the upcoming exam. So I will breach through Lane's telepathy to tell him that I will study with him. And we now get a school interest increase. We score highly. Nice. Making it slightly easier to obtain a scholarship from Notre Dame. Hey, so that's good. Notre Dame's a school we had some big interest in. And speaking of, Marcus Freeman's coming to talk to us. He wants to send some scouts to watch us this week. So we are absolutely interested in having Marcus Freeman have his scouts come out and watch. So we now have a highlight moment available. So when we come in here, yeah. We expect you to come to Notre Dame, South Bend. We expect you to, yeah. That's why we're very transparent. Yep. Thank you, Coach. So essentially, Coach is telling us that if we go to Notre Dame, we have to work pretty hard in the classroom in order to do what to play for that team. Now, they have set us a goal of passing for 60 yards and completing a pass of 25 plus yards. So that's going to be pretty tough. So we've got a couple of other goals that we need to set. So we have set our goals for this game, and we dive right on in. So maybe we put up a big performance today, complete that Notre Dame goal by sheer luck, and we earn ourselves an offer to Notre Dame. Wouldn't that be something in game number 2? But it remains to be seen. We've got plenty of time to earn offers from all of the schools that we currently have on our board. We just have to keep putting out positive tape. Which, as long as I guess, read super carefully I will be able to do. So now we find ourselves in our first drive. We have the blitz breaker objective, and we now need to avoid sacks and complete 15-yard plus passes, or one pass of 15 yards or more, as we hand off to our running back, who's going to break right through the blitz and get us a big first down. So, what is our strategy? I guess we have to see what kind of, as they bring the heat, they definitely are bringing the blitz. So we have to account for that. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to send some guys on drags to get us some yardage here, because they are bringing the heat. And I need something we can get the ball out quickly on. Curls are a perfect example of that. So we just got to keep relying on the quick passes on this drive. It's going to look like. So let's dig into our bag of quick passes that we've got here. Stuff that we can get off quickly, and maybe we eventually find something that we can rip off a chunk on. We are running out of space to do that, so we've got to take a shot here soon. I'm just looking for the right matchup. And maybe that's it right there. Running back in open space, and he cannot get 15 yards on that. So we are running out of space on the field. As I see an opening, and that's going to be exactly what we need. Big time pass, big time touchdown, goal complete. And we get a passing touchdown to go along with it, and we can move on to our next goal now. So we now have to complete some screen pass, or 10-plus yard screen pass, and score a screen for a touchdown. So taking a look at our options here, we've got a couple of slip screens. Let's try starting the drive with a running back screen. As our linemen make a great block, can our running back make a move to make someone miss? And it does not look like it. So, first part of the drive goal is complete. So now we can kind of just run the offense a little bit like normal. And eventually, once we get a little bit closer, we can start getting some screens again, as we hand off to the most abhorrent running back number I've ever seen. I cannot believe there's a running back wearing 93. That's truly something else. So 2nd down and 6 now. And we're going to hand off again to our running back, who only going to manage to get 3. So we are coming up against a 3rd down here. Let's go to that slot post angle play. We usually get a good matchup somewhere. I don't see a good matchup this time, though, but we're going to step up and run. And Kris Hickock's got some room, and he might go all the way, but we're going to step out at the 5. We are going to step out at the 5 so we can try to get our screen pass. Gotta complete our drive goals. Gotta keep those in mind. So we are at the 5-yard line. We're going to drop back. We're going to throw a screen to our running back, who's just going to... Oh, our running back had so much space to score that, and I hate that I don't have any control over what he does. So we are going to now have to try to the other side, maybe on 2nd down, as we throw to number 93. And he's once again just going to run it right at the defender. There is so much room for you to run the ball in. Please, please don't embarrass me like this. Please, please just take the ball in. As finally on 3rd down, one of our running backs gets open and doesn't have anybody miraculously standing right in front of him. So it now comes down to the big goal. We are expected to complete gain 60 yards of passing and complete a 25-yard plus pass. Why not come out, let it fly on down one? Nothing doing there. I'm genuinely trying to think about what we can do to maybe give me a shot to the best shot to complete the goal. A 25-yard pass is a long pass. As we get a check down to our running back there, it gets us 13. And we're going to let one go for our guy downfield, and he's going to catch it! We let one go. I thought he might have a step, but he steps up big time, and the goal is complete. So we are in such good position now. I cannot believe the play of that running or that wide receiver right there. Talk about going up and getting it. We're going to dump it off to the running back on the screen here, and he's just going to score. This game has been exactly what we have envisioned for our guy here. The floating headless fans love it, I think. I can't tell they're floating. And we have one last goal to complete here. We need to get ourselves a first down and run the game clock down. So I'm checking here. It says 3rd and 3. I got it. I see it this time. I'm not going to get caught off guard. We need to pick up 3 yards. And then we need to run the clock down under 40 seconds. And I am going to put a dime on our receiver who's going to dive for the ball. We now can chew the clock, hand the ball off, and win this game. A masterful performance from Hickock and me on the sticks here. And we'll be left with a really good tape score, I think. We are going to walk into Game 3. Still a highly touted recruit. It's exactly the kind of performance we need in order to remain a 5-star, I think. As, I can't remember, I think it was, what was the name? Dubuque? Something like that. Is going to start using their timeouts, but our running back's going to get a big first down here. Rip off a big chunk of yards, and with that, we're just about out of this game. We're going to go ahead and continue to just hand the ball off, chew the clock, let the game come down to a conclusion. Going to make sure that we don't score too quickly here. Got about a minute that we need to waste, so I'm going to make sure we're really using up every second of the clock just in case our running back decides to accidentally rip off a touchdown. And so we're left with a 3rd and 5. So again, we're just going to keep abusing that slot angle post play. Maybe we get ourselves a first down. Oh, well, we couldn't get the clock under 40 seconds. We do score, so that's fine. I'll take it. A 1,500 tape score, I think, is more than good enough for us. So we are now done with Game 2. I can't believe how good of a performance that we've had so far, as the Arizona Sun Devils extend us a scholarship offer, as do Iowa State. So one of our hometown schools finally offering us a scholarship, as well as Louisville. We earn a scholarship from Notre Dame after our performance in front of their scouts. SMU interested in our services. And we continue to stay at that #1 recruit in the country spot. I can't believe the kind of performance we have been putting up so far. Okay, so we find ourselves now at the beginning of week 3 with a new offer from Army. I do not want to go to Army, I think. I would rather not do military service. Missouri, Virginia also sending us some offers. And what do we got coming up here? Hey, Chris, look, I haven't gotten the chance to tell you how impressed we were with your recent performance. We've seen a number of 5-star prospects over the past few weeks, but you are by far one of the best. We are upping your scholarship offer package. We think you're going to be a special player, and we want you here. So we're going to give Coach a thanks and we're going to see what kind of offer they're sending us now. Let's take a look here at our recruiting board. Oh, here's our coach. He's got a face now. Wow, would you look at that? So we are being told we've got some quality schools attentions, and he says remember to look at our recruiting board to see our scholarship packages and be realistic as we manage our top 10. We don't want to get down to the wire and have no offers from your top schools. You can still go there without an offer, but you'll have to walk on. So, of course, we're going to be appreciative of our coach and take a look. Oh, Alex, hey man, are you going to homecoming? I've never been a dance guy. Big crowds make me nervous. I've always been a wallflower, so we're gonna skip homecoming and work with our trainer and get an attribute increase for our next game. So a +5 too. So that's no small amount. So taking a look now at our recruiting board, we can see that we have. So down there at the bottom underneath, it shows us where their scholarship bonus is. So as you can see, there's quite a few underneath there for Notre Dame, and it looks like we can also earn more skill points as a bonus as well. So that's interesting to see. We'll have to see what our offers look like here after the third week here. So week 3 here against Tiffin. Let's take a look at our goals here. Don't throw an interception, no incompletions. We can definitely try to do that. Don't throw an interception, hot route and receiver, and complete a pass of 10 yards for sure. Complete passes for 20 plus yards total. Pass lead successfully for a touchdown. That should be easy. And I guess we'll go for deep attack there as our last one. So game 3 of 5 here. I think we're in a good spot. Even if we struggle here in this next game, I still think we'll be in good shape for most of our schools. But we want to keep putting on positive performances. I think if we keep playing at a high level, keep performing well, we'll keep upping our scholarship bonuses from schools and earn ourselves better money or better skill points to help recruit or upgrade ourselves faster as we step out of the tunnel here at home. And it is time for us to step on the field on offense for the first time this game. And we have to pass lead for a touchdown and complete passes for 20 yards. I think that is total. So let's come out. Let's start with some curls, get ourselves in rhythm. Oh no, it's a complete 20-plus yard passes. Okay, so we have to complete a pass for 20 or more yards as nothing doing there on the first play. So we're going to step up and scramble. Give ourselves another set of downs to work with here. So first down again. Now with the fact that we have to throw a deep pass to kind of get that 20-yard goal, we're going to start throwing some deep shots as our receiver is going to take a big shot there. He's trying to lead him more towards the middle of the field, but nothing doing on that one. So second down now. I think we might actually just be running the same play again here. And we'll throw a curl. We gotta find a play that'll get us what we need. As we throw a deep one there, and that's our 20-plus yard pass right there. Putting it on a dime on the back shoulder for our man, and that gives us inside the red zone, and now gives us a great chance to complete the drive objective. Shouldn't be too hard to pass lead a receiver. That's pretty much what we do on every play anyway. As there's a little bit of a jam up at the line there. I was trying to get something going. Maybe let's try a screen pass on second down. I don't know what was going on there. Someone offsides, I think. Yep, someone was offsides, so we'll take that, and we'll move up to 2nd and 5. Maybe we just run the same thing again. Someone's offside again. don't know who's offside, but they did it 2 plays in a row as we throw another pass. And now we're first and goal on the 1. So I've got to think that we go with something quick, something we can lead inside. And we get it. Touchdown. So drive 1, goal complete. Efficient offense, I might say. So now it comes down to this drive where we have to lead the offense into field goal range and complete a pass for 15+ yards. So why not take our shot right off the bat? Got to get into field goal range. That's goal or primary goal, as nothing's doing, and we're going to go ahead and scramble again. Slide down, get ourselves some yardage. Better to do that than to force a ball where there's nothing there. Maybe we get something on this play right here. Oh, it sure looks like we might. Big pass, and we are now in field goal range. 2 drive goals complete. That's just exactly the kind of performances we've been needing to put on. I'm really happy with how we're performing here. We just can't sell ourselves now. We gotta keep it going. Someone's offsides again, so it's a free play, but our wide receiver's wide open over the middle, and we're just gonna take that. We'll decline the offside penalty in this case, and now it is first down. Let's just see if we can finish the drive with some curls. I didn't like the fact that he broke away from that so fast. I didn't trust it. A lot of the time, I saw our receiver on the left side just get past his man instantly. I know I could have thrown it. It probably would have been fine, but I feel like I'm due for the game to do something strange, as nothing's doing on that one either, but we're just going to step up and bring it in ourselves. Touchdown again. We get a -30 for taking a sack. Oh, well, that's fine. Still a good drive score, and we are on to the 3rd goal already. So don't throw an interception and hot route a receiver and complete a pass of 10+ yards. Sir, yes, sir. We can do that really easily here, I think. We'll go ahead. We'll run some curls, and we'll send someone on a deep route. No one's open today. So we'll step up and run. Hickock's got some space, man. They are not playing the QB scramble effectively at all. I would say that he's almost got himself 100 yards on the ground today already. So we're going to hot route again. Once again, try to look for the open man, but no one's there. Step up again and get ourselves a first down. So let's try to adjust our strategy here. Maybe we send this guy on a streak, and then we look for the angle play there. Our running back does make a catch, but he does not get the first. Once again, 2nd down. We are still desperately looking for, and we're going to take a sack now because we cannot. They are all of a sudden clamping our receivers to the point we can't find anything down the field. So this is a little bit frustrating. Got to look for something on 3rd down. Our receiver makes a good move on the outside, and we're going to put it up, and he is going to catch the ball inside the 5. I really would have loved for him to catch it in stride, but that's all right. We'll take a first down any day of the week. So now 1st and goal once again. It's been a little bit of a struggle. Got a free play. We're going to dime our running back, and he is going to score. It's a touchdown again for the Pumas. That drive was definitely a little bit tougher, but we still come out with a good drive at the end of the day. And now we are looking at the ultimate drive here. No interceptions, no incompletions. Can we do it? Let's start out simple. Let's go with the screen pass. Already an offsides penalty. I think something a little bit buggy's going on in this game. As our running back's going to break a tackle, and he's going to try to spin again to no success. So we're going to take the first down there. I think we're also going to try to mix in a fair amount of run on this drive. Keep ourselves clean. Don't put ourselves in a situation where we have to make a big throw. Kind of do the Drew Aller at Penn State kind of strategy. Second down here. I'm seeing some press coverage. Maybe we take a shot down the field, and that's going to be incomplete. I wish I hadn't done it. Or I wish I had just taken the sack at that point. So, with one of the things completely busted, can't be completed, we can kind of come out here and play a little bit more free, try to get us down the field now. Stinks. I mean, a little bit unrealistic, I think, for me to expect that we would have been perfect every single game. But, you know, we're a 5-star recruit. We're essentially expected to perform like that, as we're going to roll out, get ourselves another first down. I mean, we could have just been really boring and run the ball the entire drive, either by doing quarterback runs or just handing off. So I feel like, all things considered, I'd much rather have taken a shot and not had it work out rather than not do anything. And besides, look at us, 1 incompletion. That's livable, right? And we're inside the 10-yard line now. So if we can just get ourselves another touchdown here, I mean, who cares about 1 incompletion if we're leading this big old scoring drive, as we get a nice completion there to put us within the 5 now. Maybe we just hand off, play it safe. I don't want to throw an interception on the goal line. That'd be like my worst nightmare. So let's go ahead and let it roll. And touchdown. So we managed to complete one of the goals. That's all right. Not the craziest drive goal for us, but at the end of the day, we complete 3 of the 4 goals fully, and we do an excellent job, all things considered. So 3 games complete in our high school career, and I feel like we are in such good shape. Such good shape, in fact, that we have earned a scholarship from Clemson. We earn a scholarship from Florida. We earn a scholarship from Indiana and from Iowa. We earn a scholarship from LSU, Miami, Oklahoma, Oregon. So we earn big scholarships from quite a few schools after that performance, and we move on to another week. And hopefully at the start of next week, we have even more offers to choose from. Okay, so we're here in week 4, and looking here, we have an offer from Nebraska, an offer from USC, Washington. Still looking at the #1 recruit in the country right now, Mr. Kris Hickock. And we have a text from our coach. Hey man, quick thing to think about. You're a more in-pocket guy. That's definitely true. So I would really try to look at schools that would showcase my throwing ability. Yep, air raid, run, shoot, veer. Yep. No cunning ties and schools with who aren't as interested as you'd hope. We want you to know if you're a good fit. Yep, thanks, coach. So I think... Oh, we got Kirby Smart reaching out to us. We want to spend some time. He's sending some scouts to watch us this week. So Georgia wants to see something big from us this week. Oh, Florida has reached out, and the facilities, they're state-of-the-art. You're going to have a blast playing here in front of our fans, and you're obviously earned the scholarship we offered you. Thanks, coach. So, fun fact, I actually have visited University of Florida. Back when I was applying for colleges, I actually tried to get into the University of Florida. into their music school. I majored in music in college, fun fact about me. But I got into their music school. The professor for my studio, my instrument studio, loved me. Thought I had a lot of potential. And so I got accepted into the music school with a pretty hefty scholarship, which was really awesome. And then I got rejected from the university as a whole because my academic scores were too low. Now, I wasn't any Einstein in school, but I certainly wasn't an idiot. You know, I finished with like a 3.6 GPA in high school, and I got a 26 on my essay or my ACT. So I thought that would be more than good enough to get into most places, but some public universities are apparently trying to be Ivy League light, and the University of Florida is one of them, and I guess Notre Dame is one too. So now we have 4 goals to pick from. Obviously, we need to pick up Georgia's goal for this week. And then time to shine, that's easy. Throw a touchdown pass, get field goal range, get 3 first downs, no completions. That shouldn't be too hard. We're gonna try these goals. These ones are a little bit tough. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm a little bit nervous about how it's gonna go. But week 4, we got one more week after this to put some tape out there, improve our scholarship offers, and then it'll be time for us to decide where we are going to play our college football at. So week 4 has arrived upon us. We're gonna skip the walkout sequence and get right into it here. So attacking the middle, so we have to complete 10-yard passes between the hash and a 25-yard pass between the hash. So the first thing I'm thinking of is maybe we try to get a crossing route over the middle that goes for big yards. Just like that. And it's not going to be for 25. Oh, what was the yardage on it? I would love to know what it ended up being. We're going to throw again on second. I don't know if that's going to count. I don't think it is. So we don't get the bonus for the drive, but had a great drive anyway. So at this point in the recruiting process, we're not too desperate to get recruiting points. So I think that's all right. So we need to throw a touchdown pass outside the pocket and complete a pass for 25 yards. Okay. So maybe we go... I don't know what's happening here. What happened? So I think something bugged there because the camera got very weird. There were no buttons on the screen for my receivers, and I was trying to press the button to throw the ball and nothing was happening. So yeah, that sucks. Yeah, that really sucks. So we're on to the next moments now where we have to get a couple first downs and not throw an incompletion. That shouldn't be incredibly difficult, but this game has been a little bit of a struggle. I couldn't have anticipated what happened there happening, but that's just the kind of thing that happens when we're playing a game before the first big update comes out. Hopefully, a lot of the stuff that's breaking and being frustrating right now isn't so in the first title patch. But we'll see. I'm staying positive. I mean, the first 3 games went so well. Like these last 2 are, I mean, I don't want to say inconsequential, but they definitely do not have the same kind of pressure that they would have on them if we had not had the kind of games we had in the first few. So we can relax a little bit, play a little bit more loose with the football. We're not trying to just show out Georgia's going to be a little bit disappointed with what they saw. In fact, they probably will be incredibly disappointed with what they saw. But I don't know what to do about that. And truly, I mean, I cannot. I can't make the game stop breaking. So we are now inside the 5-yard line. We've completed our objective of getting 3 first downs. Now we just need to worry about not throwing an incompletion for the rest of the drive. So we're going to hand off to Mr. Number 93. I, once again, will never be able to believe that that guy's playing running back. Let's just go out here and score a touchdown. Let's just go ahead and do it. Been a little bit of a struggle, so why not go out there and throw ourselves a little touchdown pass to end the drive. And now, last drive for this game, lead the offense into field goal range and throw a touchdown pass. So this one should be pretty easy. I hope that, I mean, if we can complete this goal, then we're able to walk away with 2 of the 4 goals complete. And, you know, then this game isn't necessarily such an abysmal performance. As we get ourselves a first down there. It started us on 3rd and 2, didn't it? I didn't see it again. This game likes to pull the wool over my eyes at any opportunity, doesn't it? I tell you, you get just a little bit comfortable, and all of a sudden the game's like, hey, actually, instead of dropping you in on a first down, we're going to drop you in on a 3rd and 2. Hope you're paying attention before you call the play. As we make a short completion there, nothing really too open. We just got to get ourselves in the field goal range and hopefully end the drive with a touchdown. Nothing there, and we're going to take the minus for the sack. That's unfortunate. Going to drop back again. Try to drop it off to our receiver, who is able to get just enough space to get the first down. So we keep the drive going here. We're going to keep pushing the ball down the field, get ourselves into scoring range, as once again the pocket's just going to collapse. Offensive line is letting us down here late in the game as we take another sack, which really sucks. We're going to throw on the run there and get ourselves into field goal range. That's the kind of play we need. And, okay. So, that's a tough ending. This game was pretty tough overall. Like, I know I shouldn't be that irritated about it, but it feels a little bit scripted in a way, if that makes sense, that we struggled so badly at the end of that game. It feels like the difficulty took another step up just to screw me over. You know, stuff that we weren't having any problems doing for the entirety of the game now just weren't working. So you've got a couple offers from some different schools here. We dropped down to number 8 in the country after a mediocre performance here. And it is now time for us to move on to the last week of our high school experience. Okay, last week of the season. We have an offer from Penn State, an offer from Texas Horns Down. I won't be accepting that. An offer from Texas Tech. And we have dropped down once again after a not too hot performance. So let's see who wants to chat with us this week. Kirby. Not too impressed, it sounds like. I don't think we still haven't gotten an offer from Georgia. And it is now senior night, we're being told. And it's the last change to rearrange our top list. And he's saying after this week, we've got to narrow down our top 3. So Coach Freeman's throwing us another that. another upgrade to our our offer. So we get another scholarship bonus from Notre Dame. So, looking at it now, Notre Dame has essentially offered us a maximum deal here. So we need to cut down to our top 3. I think Georgia is out of the running here, and so is Ohio State. That's fine. I mean, Alabama does not look like they're going to give us much. LSU looks like they would give us a little bit more NIL. And as much as I would love to go to Iowa State, like we're not even projected to be QB1 for them, so I think our top 3 is going to be Notre Dame, Iowa, and Clemson, I think our offers are the best there. We could go to Iowa and start immediately. We could go to Clemson, develop on their roster, and then play. Or we go to Notre Dame, who it seems like really, really wants us. So, lots of things to consider here. So our top 3, I think, is set and ready to go. And it is now time for us to play our final high school game. And we've got score a touchdown. That's easy. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. So, final game here. Last chance to make an impression on any coaches, earn ourselves a scholarship. But barring something insane happening between this game and next week, I think we have our top 3 already set to go, and we'll have a tough decision come signing day. As we can see, our teammates bringing their flowers out, and there we are with our roses on senior night. We are destined for bigger things in college football, but for tonight, we are out to put one last great show on for our hometown in Cedar Rapids, where Hillary Clinton is rumored to still be chilling to this day. So, our first drive, we have to audible to any play and gain yards and audible for a first. Big game, last game of the season. Let's go get us some points. So, they want us to come out here and audible, and let's go ahead and do just that. We'll audible on our first play here. And we're going to look down the field and complete the goal in one play, because once again, it says to audible. It doesn't say that we have to complete a pass. It doesn't say anything of that nature. So we were able to just scramble for 10 yards on an audible and get ourselves a first and complete the goal. And it is time to let this offense hum. Coach said that he's given us the reins today, opening up the playbook. Although it's been open for us all season, I've been the one controlling the playbook. You might say that I'm wearing the coach and the helmet, or the hat and the helmet, as we make another completion down the field here. We really gotta let Mr. Kris Hickock show his stuff today. We gotta start letting him fly. Maybe we take a shot down the field if we see something open. Another big play coming up here. I don't see anything cooking. We're going to step up. We're going to run. It's going to be 2nd and inches. I mean, the goal generally, I think, is just to get us off the field quickly here. At this point in our career, we've put up the tape we need to put up to get where we need to go at the next level. We don't need to prove ourselves any further. Maybe we need to put the bad game that we had last game out of the scouts' minds and come out and put up one last sweet performance for them to feast on. But regardless, we're going to come out here on first down, throw a great comeback route, and we are in first and goal territory. What do we do here inside the red zone? It's been tough scoring down here in the red zone. These high school defenses have been clamping down really hard. Do we have what it takes? We're going to drop back. We're going to look. We're going to fire to the running back, and he is going to score. Touchdown Pumas. Great first drive in our last game. Second drive now. We have to complete a pass for 15 or more yards and get 3 first downs passing the football. So first thing I want to do is see if we can't get that 15-yard completion. So what we're going to look to do is maybe get ourselves a big completion on a comeback. I'll tell you, nothing doing that time, but able to get ourselves a quick first down on the drag route. It shouldn't be too hard. As I see a great opportunity to get that goal complete, and our quarterback puts it right in the bucket. The there he is. The Chessless fan did not look too happy about that, but it's fine. I thought that was a great ball. I was a little bit hesitant about putting that ball in between 2 defenders, but Kris Hickock is able to layer that ball in there beautifully. We're going to lose a little bit of pointage there, taking a sack. That guy came in very fast. So need one more first down throwing the football, and then we're able to take a breath there and relax. Get ourselves in a third, more manageable here. And then what can we accomplish on third down? Maybe we go to all reliable on the drag route. They look to be bringing the pressure, but it backs off. So we're going to step up, and we are going to slide to get the first here this time. Did not want to force a ball there. We still have plenty of time to fit a ball in. And we do get the first down. Need to gain 30 passing yards and get a passing touchdown. Is it because that was supposed to be halftime? I guess it was halftime. So we ran out of time in the half. That stinks, but still completed the drive goals, which was the essence of what we needed to do there. So this one's really easy. We just got to throw the ball a little bit and score a touchdown. I think we can do that no problem. So let's go ahead and just start throwing the ball, get the offense humming. Maybe we get ourselves a big play. We'll drop off a screen pass to the running back here. And our running back will decide to do next to nothing to make a move to make somebody miss in the open field. It's a little bit frustrating how often the PC will actively choose, or the CPU will choose to do nothing in the open field. Not make a move, not try to make anybody miss or anything. We get another first down here through the air. Just got to keep pushing the ball down the field. We've been having plenty of success throwing the ball. Can't see anything there, so we're going to step up. Just take a small chunk on the ground. Definitely want to be able to get this goal complete before we run out of room to really throw the ball around. Throw some curls, give ourselves. There we go. All right. Quick little curl route always does us good, and we get ourselves a first down and complete the first of 2 goals on this drive. Got to keep pushing the ball down the field, walk away with a touchdown, and we're going to throw the ball away just in time. Who's just in time? And we face second down now. Gonna look. Nothing doing. We'll take the hit and take the first. Put our body on the line like Josh Allen. First and goal here. Walk away with a touchdown. That's what we do. Touchdown, Pumas. And we complete another drive goal. And it is now time for our final drive as a high school player. Our only goal, go out here and score a touchdown. We're down late in the game, it looks like. We're gonna say this is the net or the state championship. It is on the line here, and it is time for us to show what we got. Can we walk away with the championship in crunch time? Big completion there on first down. Gotta play it smart here. Only a minute left in the game, so we can't waste time. Only a single timeout as well. We're gonna step up and run. Plenty of space, plenty of time. Aim on the line. What do we have? And we're going to put it, and he drops it in the end zone. No. Whoa. Kris Hickock layers of beauty into the end zone. Our wide receiver just can't walk away with it, or just can't come down with it. And we're left with a 3rd and 3 now. We have to balance finding a first, and we can't get the first. Okay. 22 seconds to go. 4th down play. And we can't get it. I thought he was going to cover the crossing, or not the crosser. I thought he was covering the... Damn it, man. I thought he was coming to guard the in route, and he ends up going down into the crosser. We lose on our last game. That really fucked. We earned an offer from Georgia and an offer from Ohio State. They're really not offering us all that much. We get an offer from Ole Miss as well. Tennessee, UCLA. Oh, that really stinks. That really freaking stinks. Just going out in solid fashion would have been nice, but sometimes we don't get that lucky, and it is time for us to make a decision. Where are we going to play our football next year? Okay, so we are at National Signing Day. As you can see, we are finishing at number 15 in the country as Oklahoma wins the college football championship. I can't believe how often Oklahoma is a dominant force in this game. I don't see that happening in the real world. Do I have a new? Oh, I have an extra mental ability now. So I guess we'll take the natural. And it is time for our hat selection ceremony. So where will we be going? Hard thing to choose here. Lot of big programs on the line. As you can see, 3 choices lay before us. We have Notre Dame, we have Clemson, we have Iowa. So who is it going to be for Kris Hickock? It has been an up and down season for me at quarterback. At Iowa, we could be the starter. We could step in day one, take the reins, be the hometown hero, maybe lead Iowa to a national championship. We could go to Clemson, play under Dabo Swinney, one of the most winningest coaches still active in college football. Or we could go to Notre Dame, a program with a storied history and a talented roster that is on the rise and begging to make an impact in the college football playoffs. And not to mention, Coach Freeman really wants us to come there. He has upped our offer twice, whereas no one on our other two have upped our offer at all. But we might have to wait for our time to shine on that roster. So what'll it be? I tell you what, I can't turn down Clemson. I can't turn down Clemson, right? No. We turn down Clemson. And in fact, Clemson is going goodbye. We do not want Clemson. We are, in fact, committing to where we feel wanted the most. We are going to be heading to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Coach Freeman made it clear to us that we were heavily desired in that recruiting cycle, and we decided to go ahead and take him up on the offer. So we are now a Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and we can now finish up the season and get ourselves prepared for our first year on campus. As Coach Freeman said, academics are going to be crucial. We need to make sure that we are keeping on top of our academic game if we are going to stay eligible to play. We are now in our first season at Notre Dame. As you can see, we've got a few things to look at here. We've got our XP goals. As you can see, we have wear and tear enabled, and we're on Heisman difficulty, which gives us a slight bump to our XP gain. And we also are currently on the QB3 spot here at Notre Dame. I could have sworn we had QB2, but that's okay. We are currently neutral on our coach trust. We're a 74 overall in our first year, and we have some work to do in order to be academically eligible. Well, our offensive coordinator's come to talk. He's wanted to going over some things, talking about staying fit and earning coach trust. Thank you, Coach. And we have earned enough coach trust to have some extra plays, I guess, off the rip. That's fine with me. And we are now on campus at Notre Dame. And that is where we will end the first episode of Kris Hickock's career. So next time we are here, we will see how the first few games of his career go. We're going to be working on getting us up the depth chart and hopefully seeing some playing time out of Kris Hickock sooner than later. But for now, if you have enjoyed the video and have made it all the way to the end of my blabbing, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. It helps small channels like mine grow every single day. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you next time. Take care.